afraid. Be very afraid.
Funny about child abductions.
Uh,
Right?
well, I mean, in some videos, you donate $2 and two go free, maybe even more. You have never seen those
Yes, I have.
videos? It's like a prank videos.
Yes, I have.
Would you like to donate
No.
money to save children? Yeah, I'll donate $1. All right, come around, come around. One child.
What child?
These people are
Have you
perplexed.
seen the one with the computer where it's arguing with the guy and calling him a piece of shit because he's not doing it?
No.
So it's like, would you like to donate $1 to save? And it's, I think, dogs or something. And he's like, skip. And it's like, so you would like for dogs to die? And then it just continues until it makes him feel horrible about himself. And it keeps upping the ante. It's really funny.
Oh, I saw that
It's a
one.
good.
I know which one you're talking about.
But this week, everybody, we're talking about the Black Phone. Yeah, buddy.
Really good movie.
Allegedly.
Really good movie. Uh, it,
It exceeded my
Yeah.
expectations.
I love the appeal of it right from the get-go, too. The baseball game in the beginning, the aesthetic. They do a really good job getting into the
Yes.
period.
Mhm. How Little League fields looked before they became
Yeah,
big
very
business.
Sandlot Field.
And
Yep.
Just a pad.
Gave me
Yeah.
that vibe.
Yeah, it very much like the Dazed and Confused baseball game, very much in that
Mhm.
feel.
Just dirt, grass, and a couple of bags. Well, hopefully 3 bags and a plate. That was about it. Rusty fences.
Yeah, we threw these fences around here to
Mostly to
have some
keep the
sort of
town
structure.
drunk out.
That's it.
Doesn't work all the time.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So they do a great job too of setting up the abduction in the beginning as well. The tone of the movie shifts dramatically from that point, obviously. Well, it kind of shifts back, but to a different area, but it's gripping. And you've heard me complain about going the angle with kids, but obviously this movie is a lot more than that. So,
Oh, yeah.
which it evolves into
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, they spend a lot of time with kidnappings, abductions that are not the main one, and then they make that work.
It's a slow build.
Which is great when
It's
it's
a very
good
slow
writing,
build.
which
Yes.
this was.
Yes, it was.
This was. It was based on a Joe Hill story.
Oh, okay.
So, yep, you're getting Joe Hill and a little bit of
Yeah,
his
and
dad
Joe Hill's
mixed in
writing
there.
style is of his father's, framework of not being afraid to write a beginning that is long. So he builds the world,
Mhm.
even though it's a world we know of. He builds it anyway, and I don't have a problem with that either. I'm not going to get into my opinion of Joe Hill's writing at large, and which isn't necessarily bad. It's just like it's so similar to Stephen King's that I can't help but compare it, and that's a problem for me.
Okay.
But he's a great writer.
Mhm.
Joe Hill's a great writer, like full stop. So
I haven't read a lot, but what I've
that's
read,
the
I've
thing is like
enjoyed.
I've never hated it, his work, and I've never been thrilled with it either. It's always kind of like a solid 78 out of 100 sort of thing. Like he's always in that right there. And there are people who love him and great. Like I love that you love Joe Hill. I think he's great writer, but it's that relationship. His writing is so similar to his dad's. It's really hard for me. And it's got some stuff shaved off that's very King and that I love about King. So but yeah, this isn't an episode about all that. So I'm gonna stop myself.
Mhm.
No, great.
No, but you know what? It sort of ties into something I felt about this movie too. Going in is the Blumhouse aspect that this is a Blumhouse production, and Blumhouse has made good movies. They've made very popular movies, but mostly they have made movies that aren't necessarily for me.
I agree with that. I can see your standpoint from there because they try to go like this indie route and
Mhm.
they get it, but it's like very saturated with a lot of money and
Mhm.
it loses that appeal.
That's
But-
fair.
And a lot of sequels. Everything they do has a sequel. Like, you have The Purge is Sinister.
Sinister has a sequel?
Insidious, the Halloween reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
What?
a Sinister too.
I didn't know. I
Yeah.
love Sinister, so that actually
Yep.
kind of makes me sad because it had the perfect ending for that movie. Kim and I sat in the car in the parking lot under like a street light, just like sort of like, Jesus Christ. We saw that movie. So that's well done right there.
Yeah.
So I could see that. I love when you two wax
Yeah.
on and off like this about specific studios and their idiosyncrasies, by the way, because nobody does it
Yeah.
like you guys.
I mean, again, Blumhouse is good. They do good stuff. It's just they do stuff. I don't even want to say it's for like horror noobs. I think it's just there's a gloss to most of their stuff that doesn't appeal to me. I like mostly grittier things.
That's fair.
Guys, this is a podcast episode about things we think are average. The mid
mid.
episode.
Mid.
We're almost midway to 100 episodes too. This is technically episode 41 or 42, depending on when it comes out.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're getting close.
42.
It'll be 42.
42.
I love that our episode numbers are either this number.
Problem is we have a
or that.
39
all
and
over
a
the map.
39A. But I did fix that in Podbean. If you're a Podbean listener, it is listed under in the URL. I just made it 40-0. The latest episode saw. So now it'll be back on to this one will be 42, and the one that comes out the week prior will have been 41.
So, yeah, Motel.
I hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed
exactly.
Motel Hell. So
You want
You guys
the
wanna play a
board
game?
game?
it's a simple blind rag tonight. No surprise to it because you're all both gonna know what it is as soon as you see the first picture. It's blind rag some
Oh,
horror
cool.
villain.
All right.
masks.
Hooray.
I was getting ready for another what do you call it? The villain. Guess the villain.
Who's
I was
that
thinking
guy?
about it, but
Do we
there's
have
your
to
first.
do we have to rank the Jason Voorhees hockey mask first?
Oh.
He's your first
Mm.
villain.
And now
Rank the mask.
Ryan's
You
going to
have
use
5 masks to rank.
his abilities.
This
I'm
is
gonna
hard.
loft some help your way here, buddy, because I don't think you need it though. He's going to think of all of his favorite masks ahead of time and pre-rank this
Mhm.
one. Yeah.
But I feel like John's gonna like throw some things, and I'm like,
Oh, the Scream mask is going to 5.
I'm gonna rank number 2 for Jason. Just saying. 2 for
Jason.
Jason.
Unpopular opinion, I'm going to put him at 4. I know. You can kick my ass when you see me again, person.
All
If
right.
it was the blue striped one, I'd agree.
Oh yeah, you're
But,
right. It is
you
the
know,
red triangle inverted.
That's the red one.
I've never made Ryan lean forward in disgust before, and I'm very happy with myself right now.
I'm coming out of my shell slowly but surely. I mean, I was like saying to people I would fight them if they said Alfred Go was a horrible Alfred.
We will pay a listener $100. By the
don't
way,
call
I
him
will send
Shirley.
you by Venmo
I'm like-
$100 if you can find the episode where Ryan says instead of slowly but surely, he says surely but surely. I think if you can
Surely
find
but
that
surely.
line, give me the timestamp in the episode. I will send you $100. I'm poor, by the way. I have no money. I will go out and steal $100 and send it to you.
I will whore myself out.
Nice. I will sell my body and my soul for
Yeah.
that money. Give it to you.
I'll do it anyway. All right. So we have a 2 and a 4 for Jason. Next mask.
There you go.
Ooh.
See, you fucked up, Ryan.
No. This would be 4.
Is that a wow from John? Because you love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I
Wow,
love Leatherface.
4, huh?
And I find the mask very scary. Deuces.
It is scary. It is scary, but unpopular opinion, that 2003 one, that was
Don't you say it. Don't
Grotesque.
you say it.
grotesque.
Don't you say it.
All
right, where do you have this one,
Deuces.
Kearns? 2? All right. Ready? Next mask.
Number 1.
Number 1. I love Michael Myers,
Ooh,
and I like the
bold.
story
Yeah.
behind the mask, and I like the way the mask evolved. I like everything about the Michael
Yep.
Myers mask, and it's scary as shit.
That's my favorite movie. I gotta go with that.
John's got a doozy. Is it going to be like
Okay.
Pinhead or something? What's coming?
Oh, I have a couple doozies left
I
for
got a
you
3 and a
guys. Ready?
5, so I'm ready. Oh, 5.
That's not from a horror movie, so it shouldn't be in the blind rank.
Take that off.
That's a good. That's a
Listen.
good.
If everybody's gonna call it a horror movie, I'm gonna
Fair.
include it in masks.
All right. It is a creepy mask.
See,
You can go
he
to the Spirit of Halloween
always
store.
he always fucks around with the last one. I'm gonna put this at 5 because I'm scared of what you're coming at me with for 3. So,
Which
but I would put this
okay.
at a
Oh,
3
so
generally.
this will be our 3. We both have
Right.
3s.
Yeah, so you both have. You're both.
I
gonna
hope
have
it's
the same
No, I'm
Ghostface.
not.
three.
Oh yeah,
I
we
hope
are
it's
both gonna have 3,
Ghostface.
right? If it's Ghostface, I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
Yeah.
'Cause
please
that'll
let it
be
be
that'll be
Ghostface.
cruel.
It'd be Ghostface.
What did he do? It is. God damn it. Because I would have done that would have been perfect for me. I would have been so happy with it having
I'm
Lecter at 3 and Ghostface at 5.
redemption of the list right now. I am really happy with my list.
I'm happy with mine.
Now with Ghostface.
I got to
No,
tell
not
you.
with Ghostface.
I'd go Michael Myers 1,
Okay.
Jason 2, because I love the simplicity. It's just an old school
Yep.
hockey mask. I
I
think
was
I
gonna
go
say it's gotta be in the
Leatherface
top
3,
3.
Lecter
Okay.
4, and then Ghostface would be
I would have
my
been
5
pretty
also.
close. I would have swapped 2 from that list if I hadn't screwed that up at the end. I should have known. I knew you were gonna do something.
I'm fine with it. I love Scream.
Those are fun, man. Those are fun. So the black phone.
That was a good
So
one.
what makes this movie unique? Why do people care? Child abduction movies
Oh.
are stupid. Why is this movie good?
I feel like the pacing is a big thing because it's an hour and 40-minute movie. It's very character building. Is there's really not a lot of gore until the ending. And I feel that with all that, it kind of gets the viewer to watch. It's the actors doing a hell of a job. It's the writing performing very well. And it shows. And it attracts the audience too. And we mentioned it with weapons.
Yeah.
I would say, like, for a new generation, I'm not even going to give them titles. For the newer generation, this would be the gateway to watch older movies, in my opinion, because the Black Phone has a nice slow pace, but it's not boring.
It's a fair point that it's a gateway movie for Gen Z and Gen Alpha. I'll name them fuckers.
Yeah. Just trying to be democratic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a big part
But
of
they're
it.
trying to sell
Absolutely.
tickets, and kids go to
I
horror
think
movies.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think this is always the case, but the 2 child leads
They are very
Yeah,
good.
they
pretty
are.
good.
And
They're pretty good
Finney
actors.
actually is a hiccup in the live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, cool.
Jada's a big fan of that series, and we saw the trailer for the remake, and he nails it. He's a good actor. He's got a lot of growth, a lot more roles to come, but I can see him doing a lot of big stuff.
You know, one thing that kind of hit me weird
Yeah.
with Jeremy Davies, he's an actor who has range, but his face doesn't. Like, so when he's like the alcoholic beady dad, I'm like, you could take him, guys.
Uh-huh.
He's just a giant fetus with a beard. Like, you can take Jeremy Davies, beat him back with the belt,
Mm-hmm.
take him out. But I have a hard time with
Mhm.
immersion with him because
But-
he's not that guy to me.
Fair enough. I think part of that works with that for me though is Finney's not bold at that point. He's not bold enough to stand up to Dad. He's not bold enough to stand up to the bullies. He's tough, but he's meek. Like Robin says to him at one point, you're tough not because you fought, but because you
Yeah.
kept getting up.
That's a classic hero trope too, which is not something I'm gonna knock. I love that hero trope
Mhm.
because it's so true in life. He has it in him, and it has to get
Mhm.
pulled out of him.
Mhm.
The hero's journey.
Yep.
Bill Dunk's Roman.
And
Muckle.
Yeah. You guys want a
Yeah.
5-star?
yeah. This is deserving.
I think
Well,
I don't know if I'd go 5.
4.
This is 4 is pretty reasonable, but here's this 5. Superbly constructed film. The cinematography, direction, acting, score, etc., all way above standard. Won't give plot details. Don't worry, we will. But it's a great story, brilliantly told. Special mention to the actors playing as it brother and sister. Totally convincing and with acting skills way beyond their years. Also, Ethan Hawke continues to be an underrated actor who brings a unique talent to every role he plays. I think Ethan Hawke might have wrote this review. Along with Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, this is one of the best films I've seen this year. We'll continue to watch Scott Derrickson's work with interest.
Put it on the
Highly
podium with
recommended.
everything.
Fair.
That's a wild statement. Okay.
That is.
I mean, it's high
That's-
praise. That means they really liked the movie because that was a good movie. Ethan Hawke
Yeah.
is. Oh, I'm sorry. What were you
mean,
saying?
the thing with Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is I've never seen a movie
Right.
like it.
Which is hard at our
And
age.
yeah. There were years that I watched 500-600 movies. So
Yeah,
like
you
we're
are the
talking
cinephile.
lots and lots of movies.
Yeah, he is.
So
With Ethan Hawke, what I like about him is also like interesting about him is that he could be the guy who wore a robe almost the entire movie of Sinister. Was that a cardigan or a robe? It was something comfy that he was just wandering around with while he was swilling whiskey in that movie. And
Robe.
it's his robe the
Mhm.
whole time, and he can like
Yeah.
make that work. I do like Ethan Hawke. I used to think he needed a strong lead to go with him, like Denzel or something like that
Mhm.
from Training Day, because I didn't think he could stand on his own as well. But he's fine. He does a good job.
He steals.
Yeah.
He steals the movie, I think, as his portrayal as the grabber.
Oh yeah,
Because I like he's
Mhm.
in and out, and it's very mysterious, and I like it. And the
Yes.
mask in there too. I'll talking about mask tonight. That mask is awesome, and the transformations, like with the little piece that can disconnect. I'm presuming it's pretty cool.
I think there's different versions. I think he just has different
Okay.
masks that sort of almost fit the mood that he goes down into that basement
Okay.
in.
that's actually super cool.
Because there's a hat, there's a smiling one, there's one that has a frown. I
Mhm.
feel like there was one that had no
Yep.
mouth at all. Like that was like in the
Like
beginning.
trying to pick out the
I think
meaning
so,
behind
yeah.
that is pretty cool. No, that's great, and that's when you get into like
Mhm.
sociopaths and making them unique. That's cool.
Yeah, and this is a really good role for Ethan Hawke. It's kind of against
Yep.
type. It's
He's been in a few of these movies now, though. Blumhouse. How many Blumhouse movies is that? 3?
Sinister, Purge. Yeah, 3.
Sinister, Purge, and this.
Yep.
So he's starting to get. They're starting to.
Yeah.
They like themselves some Ethan, for sure. I
Yep.
mean, he sells tickets
Yeah.
as well.
yeah. So you guys know for every 5-star, there's got to be a 1-star.
I can
Yeah.
imagine what this
Or a
is like.
half.
1 star. I'm not sure what Kool-Aid these people drank before they
Tropical
watched this
punch.
movie, but I wish my theater would keep it in stock. This movie, from start to finish, maintains a plot that is best described as Swiss cheese. I would explain all of the plot holes here, but it would take too much time and it would spoil the movie. Now, please explain them.
Like
I want
Swiss
to know.
cheese.
From what I've been able to recall so far, there's at least 5 or 6 major details in the movie that just don't add up or just cannot be ignored by the viewers. As far as production of a film goes, it was quote unquote nice to view, but impossible to follow. It was just like watching a bunch of TikToks and hoping they kept a consistent storyline. It was like watching a movie a kid dreamt of when he was 12 and when his parents paid too much for movie school, and then he did this for his final
Wow,
project.
that sounds personal.
That stung.
Yeah.
This
That stung.
Yeah. The same people that rate this 5 stars probably think the Paranormal Activities are real/great. Save yourself the time, money, and have a couple drinks or smokes to watch this movie. It'll be entertaining then
Wow,
and
this person was
only
pissed.
then. 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
I want to see the review of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
That like
that was pretty rough. That was an angry
Yeah.
customer.
Like,
that was
I'm missing the plot holes. Like, I mean,
very linear.
are there a few things that are maybe a little rushed, but there's not gaping holes. It's pretty, I mean, aside from, like, if your complaint is, well, they don't tell you the background of the grabber. Oh, okay. Do you need it?
You
No,
didn't get the background really
fair point.
for Michael Myers in a way, right? Like
Until
you,
the end.
No,
First
I
movie, right?
mean,
oh, no, he was just
And
the
I-
shape, the boogeyman. He's everywhere. That was the ending.
yeah,
Mhm.
he's not yet. Michael's not established as a relative until
Yeah.
part
On a
2.
chalkboard, nonetheless.
On a chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
So
So in Halloween 1, his motives are just he goes and kills people
Yep.
on Halloween night.
what we're going to find as we move forward in this brave new world is that old timers, other than because we're interested in change. We like the evolution of the art form. It can get done wrong, malignant, but there's
100%.
like we welcome the new stuff when it's done right. Weapons. So the way it goes with this is, I think it's somebody who's just not down for that level of change. The thing that gives it away is the TikTok reference, which I think is misplaced on this
Yeah.
one, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're.
No,
Yeah.
All right.
It's not fast paced.
and the parts that you could say are the most TikTok like, I guess, would be the phone
Yeah.
calls. But each time that phone rings and there's a voice on the end, they come back to it. They're layering
Right.
with those phone calls. Each of the dead kids that calls him gives him a little bit more information and another tool to use for his
Which is
escape.
a great.
And it all comes together at the every little piece they give you in those calls comes together, right down to the meat freezer on the other side and the frozen steak he takes out to give to
Yum.
the dog.
Now, what in the Mr.
Every-
Harrigan's phone is happening here? Is this real supernatural? Because this movie could easily have no supernatural element whatsoever and still be effective. Is this real supernatural? Are these real dead kids
Exactly.
reaching through the void to warn him?
Yes.
I mean, they're really dead kids. There is a supernatural element in Finney's sister, Gwen, and her ability to have these sort of psychic dreams,
You're not your mom.
which, they sort of, they sort of established that she has these dreams and they're maybe not quite 100% accurate, but they're accurate enough to get you into the
Yeah.
ballpark of things.
Gotcha. All right.
And then Finney gets taken and put in this basement with a phone that apparently only he and the grabber can ever hear ring.
Yes.
And Finney's the only one to
You
ever
think-
Because
answer.
the grabber thinks it's a part of his imagination the entire time.
You think Steven and Joe were like getting father and son massages and just talking like, wouldn't it be cool if dead people could talk to you through the phone, Dad? I'll write a story about it, and you can write a story about it. We'll see which grosses more at the box office. Because I just made that connection when I made the joke about Harrigan's phone. I was like, wait a second, these two did come out around the same time, the stories. At least within 5 years.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
better? Mr. Harrigan's phone's better.
Father and son massages or father and
Probably.
son?
I don't know
bumps.
about bumps anymore, man. Old SK is old. Bump himself into a grave and be calling Joe about that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think we're talking about the same thing. Bumps? Okay.
Bumps?
Where?
Bumps.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
ABC, Google, YouTube.
Couple of them.
Bumps it is.
But yeah, so that phone starts ringing, and it's all the kids that were kidnapped before Finney, one by one, giving him little bits. And, Finney's identifying who they are because apparently in this universe, when you're dead, you don't remember
Yep.
who you are.
It was a nice little touch. Like, they're like, I guess as you die, you're losing yourself because you're going on to whatever other world or plane, whatever you want to say.
Ego death.
And yep, it shows. It's pretty cool, especially when he meets the tough kid. He's like, I know who you are, and he's like, listen, kid, you gotta do this. That was like my favorite one, I think.
Tough Kid's one of my favorite characters in the movie.
I think
Bandana Tough Karate Kid.
Oh no.
Oh.
There's another one too. Later on you get this
Yep.
long-haired kid whose name I'm
Vance.
Oh, he's got a tough
Vance.
kid name too.
Vance. Yeah. So the first couple of kids he talks to, you can tell you met them. They're not necessarily weak, but they're just kind of kids. And then you get Vance and Robin at the end. And you have to wonder how on earth the grabber kept those two under control long enough to kill him.
With Vance, that he was a big dude.
He was a big kid. He was a tough kid, and he was crazy. And Robin, I mean, they showed you very quickly Robin could fight.
When he takes down the kid and he knocks him out once, it's like, okay. And then he looks back and he smiles and he's just like pounding him in as the blood's just flowing.
That was
from
for the
kid's
rest of
feet.
them. That was for the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
when you're
Yeah.
making a point. Sorry, buddy.
Yep.
Now you're an example.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
old school.
Yeah, it would have been
It's
going
what this
places.
generation needs.
There's no
It's
kids
what
that are
this
tough like
generation-
that today. There are kids who will jump you with 6 kids.
Mhm.
There's no tough as
Yeah.
nails. I'm gonna beat
Yeah.
you with overwhelm. And he was like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, he was shorter than that guy.
I have a buddy though, my
Or
buddy
that kid.
Mike. If you ever listen to these
Mhm.
episodes, I'm shouting you out. Mike was a scrawny little dude, and he was tough as friggin' nails. It was just the way it went.
Yeah. A lot of times
Yep.
those guys are.
But there are abductors who kill them.
So, yeah.
That's
Yeah. And I mean, they established that the grabber knocks them out with a gas before he takes them. But then, I mean, if he conducted himself with Vance and Robin in particular the same way he did with Finney, going down and talking to him and, whatever.
it's a nice
I
setup.
mean, it kind of makes you believe he's more of a badass than just some guy hiding
Yeah.
behind a mask, too.
He's very smart. He like with Finney, you see he drops the groceries. Oh, foolish me, and then gets him close, and then
Yeah.
what throws Finney off is the balloons. If he didn't like stop a minute to look at the balloons and just run, because you can see he knows something's off, and that's a nice little touch that
Mhm.
the grabber leaves balloons at each scene, like his calling card. That the cops have hidden, which
yeah.
I don't know how you can hide that if they're floating in the air.
Very Pennywise of them, or him.
Very.
They've that's one of those details the cops kept out of the media, and one of the details that pops up in
Yeah.
Gwen's dreams, which ultimately helps
Mhm.
the cops believe her. Initially it leads to her getting beat pretty severely by alcoholic dad.
Why were
Yeah,
the
that's
cops here?
tough.
Yeah. Good on
That
her
was
for
tough.
chucking his or for dropping his vodka though. I'm gonna have to
Oh.
edit that out, but if we did edit that out, I said
Absolutely.
F that guy.
I mean, you know what? She
F him.
held her own, and that's a badass right there. And by holding her own,
Yeah.
like as a viewer, she is stronger than her father. As much as he has the power doing whatever he's doing, she is stronger,
Absolutely.
and that was awesome.
Absolutely. Both of the kids are stronger than dad. Finney just
Oh
had to
yeah,
realize
I
it.
mean, takes him till the end, but you know, because you see him
Mhm.
like that one scene where he's clenching, he's angry, but he's just like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
He's like stuck, and it sucks. It sucks.
Right.
Yeah. But then he gets his little bits of stuff. He loads a phone receiver up with sand.
Love that. That's
That was a
clever.
good scene.
Such
Yeah,
an
it's clever.
awesome
Oh,
touch.
probably
It's such an
inspired by a
awesome
few of those old
touch.
school movies. There's the one where is it Sean Penn? They're stuck in the juvie center, and he buys like 20 RC colas, fills up the
Yeah.
the pillowcase, and beats the kid with it. That's sick.
That
Yeah.
first Bad Boys. That's non-Will Smith Bad Boys. I think that was
It
an
was
HBO
good.
movie
That
too.
scene was great. I just have seen the sock with
Yeah.
the change in it be used before too. There's some good stuff out there. There's nothing.
I'll say this though, these abductions couldn't occur this way in this day and age because you wouldn't have kids walking alone anymore. Like it would take one, and kids
Nah,
wouldn't
we
be
have a
out on the
very
streets
effective
anymore.
fear culture here, and all the news would be running it because that's what gets the ratings. Yeah, if it bleeds, what is it? If it bleeds, it leads. That thing.
Yep.
And yeah, they would
Yeah.
run with that. They'd blame different groups of people for it. There'd be all sorts of stuff going on. Anything but solving the problem. And then their killer would be, trying to figure out ways to abduct kids at home.
It's just putting fuel on a fire.
The interesting thing about it is what's cool about a sociopath, a people hunter, is they start out with such an advantage. They're gonna get numbers in the beginning before people figure out what's going on because the element of surprise is so effective anyway. So they are preying on kids, which is a decisive advantage. But there's also just the fact that when you plan something out like that, you're gonna have a high success rate. Like laying the trap, the groundwork, using the crazy knockout gas, all those things.
He does have a thorn in his side. He's got his brother. He's got Max, and he's getting close. He's getting close to figuring it out. At least the first time you see him. But he's an eccentric character, and it kind of gives you more of an idea of the difference of growing up, if that makes sense. Because the grabber has one view of growing up, and Max seems like he has another view.
Perspective is a powerful thing. We talked about that in Weapons too.
I mean, he's over there doing cocaine on the counter, having a good old time trying to figure out this cold case, and his brother's wearing a mask with a belt.
He's trying to figure out this cold case while the case is literally right under his feet.
Which was nice.
It's right below him. He's got it all figured out, and then the cops show up there because Gwen led them there. And they talk to Max, who's got almost the whole thing figured out except an exact location. And you can see the cops almost want to believe him, except he's also so cokey in that moment that how can you?
Off the wall. You can see the little twitch. He was like, listen, this is where it is. It's over here to there to there. And the cops are like, what the F are you on?
Back then, Tang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Coke. Too.
Don't they look at it too? Didn't they look at it at the table for a second and then left? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
This,
which is incredible because that's such a botch by those cops because that gives them the ability to search the whole house.
Fair point.
Well, we had an hour and a half to go on that film. All right. You need to fill that time.
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, is it time for another 1-star? Yeah, let's do that. No, let's wrap up the end with a pretty bow.
This is easily one of the 5 worst films I have ever seen.
Yeah, that's a great question. Titanic.
I'm curious. My first review is deleted for some reason, but I'm so upset at the fact that it was so overhyped and I spent money on it that I will persist.
Good for you.
still don't understand how it has so many 5-star reviews. The acting is horrible. The story is an incoherent. I think he meant to add something there, but he did not. It's extremely boring. Absolutely nothing is explained about any of the characters. It's not even slightly scary or creepy in
Kind of
any
very
way.
creepy.
The end is astonishingly
Well,
anticlimactic.
these guys are going to talk about that in a sec. Stay tuned.
There is some cinematography that looks like it was filmed by a group of middle schoolers with an iPhone. Take the worst Disney Channel movie you can remember and give it a sinister vibe and a dollar store budget. I honestly feel sorry for the child actors whose careers are now ruined because of this
It's gonna be
monstrosity.
all right.
Horror is definitely dying and is more about hype and marketing these days. But this one has its own tier of badness. 3 out of 10. Stay home and watch paint dry
Jeez, good
instead.
sign off though. I'll give you that, buddy. Wow.
Yeah, but totally wrong.
Why is he wrong?
In my opinion.
Why is he wrong about the end of the
Yeah.
movie? Why, Ryan? Why?
It builds up. Like John was saying, each phone call builds up to him setting up. Like he digs the hole. He's got the carpet. You know, he's leading to traps. He's got the phone with
Element
the
of
dirt.
surprise. He flips
And
the script.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like
Yep.
the grabber brings his dog, which is this. I don't even know the breed, but it's a nasty. Bleh. It's a nasty dog. He locks him on the corner. He's like just waiting for Finn to do something. And then once Finn jumps over and the grabber follows him, he goes in the hole and the grabber breaks his leg, gets caught in the vent, and he goes to town. And as the first victim states, he's got a mint arm. Was it a mint arm? He's got a mint arm.
arm, yeah. Yeah, your arm is
Yeah.
Your
your
arm is
arm is
mint, and
mint.
he goes swinging.
He's a pitcher, baby.
And
Good
it
news.
was so. It feels so good. Like I feel like I've seen a lot of movies, a lot of horror films, of course, because we do the podcast, and I've been watching more movies. This has been the most satisfying villain death in a long time.
It is pretty
Yeah.
satisfying, yeah.
There's a
Or
short
presumed
story.
death.
I'm forgetting the name,
Oh,
but
I got some details.
a guy abducts. Well, he invites another dude over. There's like an inheritance thing going on. Whatever. It would be in his best interest if the guy he invited over is dead. He brings him in to meet his tiger, his like giant all black tiger, and he locks him into the paddock at night. And they usually feed the cat. They haven't fed it all day, so he has to sit there and wait. But the cat's never tasted blood before. So throughout the night, there's random, whatever. It's eventually trying to eat him. He manages to get himself wedged up high, and it just got close enough where it claws him and gets a little bit of him to munch on. The dude, assuming he's dead, opens up the door in the morning, comes in, and he's like, "Hey, Tommy boy," or whatever he calls the damn thing. I forget it. And because it has tasted human blood, it devours him instead. So that seems very similar in how the dog goes about business.
Well, the dog is distracted by a
Ah,
frozen
That steak did not look frozen. That looked thawed.
It was
All right.
thawed.
Fair enough. I mean, he did break
True.
into that freezer some
That's
amount
true.
of time
Yeah,
ago.
so all that cold air is coming out.
He did.
And while Finney's fighting the grabber, Gwen has led the cops back into the area, just to the house across the street after she dreamt about it and then went riding her bike to try to find the house and then seeing the ghosts of the already dead kids in
helps.
front of a house. Turns out she's at the house across the street. The cops raid that house, and it looks like they're not going to find anything. You're like, oh, crap, he moved him. They're not going Finney's not going to escape, or he's going to escape and he's going to be in some sort of limbo land or something. But, they discover a basement in that house, and they, the graves that the grabber dug there. And then, as Gwen is sitting and crying, out of that across the street comes Finney.
Good ending.
It is. But I will say this. I mean, and now knowing that there's a Black Phone 2 coming, I will repeat one of my consistent horror rules. If you do not see the character dead, the character is probably not dead.
Sounds like Ethan Hawke's getting a payday again.
So you want to hear the curveball
What's the
that's
curveball?
kind of like in the trailer? So I was watching the trailer because their reviews are going crazy for the sequel. The first one's excellent. I feel like it doesn't need a sequel, but the sequel does have my interest. And watching the trailer today, it seems like there's like a connection. Like he's in hell, he's coming back through dreams. It's very Freddy.
Sounds very
Um,
Freddy. Sounds like an IP
but
issue.
it's like his connection is through this telephone booth on a frozen lake, and it looks interesting, looks scary. He's all mangled up, he's been in hell, like he's coming back, but this is kind of like the start of, sadly to say, a franchise, I feel. Because
It
I
very
mean,
well could be.
well,
I don't think it needs to
I
be,
mean,
but
they
am
said the second
anti
one is
that.
gonna end it, but
No, just make a good one-off and don't ruin it. They're gonna ruin it, but that's what they do today. All right. Well,
yeah.
overall though, it was well received. We enjoyed it. John's gonna give one more review, and then we're gonna run into top 5.
it was not well received by this man.
Half star.
We have another one. We have another one who has not seen enough movies in his life. 1 star. This was quite possibly the worst movie I have ever seen. Nothing happens. I will forgive myself for wasting $20 and 2 hours of my life to watch this film. Awful writing, confusing and uninteresting story, abysmal child actors, cringe jokes, and the tone of movie did not match the themes whatsoever. I recommend no one watches this movie unless you have a lot of boring things to do and would like to find something more boring to compare them to, making those things much more enjoyable. Every dollar wasted on this movie should be donated to charity. No one deserves to be paid for this embarrassing
Damn.
excuse for a movie. If you ever feel bad about yourself, your life, or anything that you are not happy with, please watch this movie. By the times the credits roll, you will be crying tears of joy that no matter what has happened to you, no matter what you have done wrong in your life, you did not make this movie and things will not seem so bad.
That guy was battling demons in that review. Ryan, do me a
Oh
favor.
yeah.
Bring this down to your chin. Because all I hear on the mic is,
Oh, my bad.
it's all good. I don't know if it'll keep going or not. Now I still hear it. Is it John? No, it's not John. I see it on his
Is it-
screen. Do you see you see the volume thing go up when he breathes? Yeah.
Breathe. Yep.
So through the whole review, all I'm hearing is with the wind through the willows. We should keep this in the episode.
My bad.
No, it's not
bad.
your fault. You don't have anything
I'll
to
hold
feel
my
bad about.
breath.
I don't know. It never happened before.
Hold your breath.
I've
And
been
no,
listening
I've
to it
never
for the
heard
last
it
25
before.
minutes trying to figure out if it's you or John.
It's just been a weird day.
Hopefully audio
right?
leveling fixes it. It's a weird day with your lung capacity is
Weird day.
250%. I just ran a triathlon, bro. It's a weird day.
Had a run before doing the
Yeah, just
podcast.
had to get the bellows going for all that. All right. So this was a good movie. This shouldn't be a franchise. I think we're going to leave it at that, right, guys?
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, we don't need. I'll watch 2. That would probably be where I stop.
Gotta
Yeah, I
see
agree.
where they go with it,
2,
just to be judgy.
well, I mean, if how it sounds like it's going to be a complete ending for the second one, if they were to do a third one, it would definitely become like again, like I said, Freddy-esque, because he's just gonna come back from hell, haunt these kids, haunt whatever. But
And
this leads to my top 5 of the night.
What a
And
segue!
one is enough, and these are unnecessary sequels and
Oh,
franchises.
let's get it. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Ooh. Oh, we
Yeah.
could get some
Oh,
fights
I'm
here
ready.
too.
I'm ready for this. So my number 5, we've mentioned it many of times. We'll go through it quick. It's the Blair Witch Project. 1 was enough. We didn't need a sequel. We didn't need the second. We didn't need the third.
Fair.
We just needed the
That's a
first one.
safe one.
It was. Well,
Everybody
yeah,
agrees with that.
I gotta start safe. Come on now.
Not judging.
I mean, I have
Nice
to
and
tell you,
slow.
I like the 2
Oh
sequels
damn!
more
All right,
than I
now
like
John
the
just wants to
original.
pick at you now.
When
Who
she's in the
says-
ruins in the sequel and she like loses the baby and she's like, I don't know what's going on. You're losing the baby. There's pain. There's blood everywhere. And she's just bleeding. They're like,
Yeah,
do we use the flip phone to call the 911? It's like, yes. Yes.
yes, you do.
Fuck. Number 4. Ooh, Al. 1 was enough. Psycho. Do we need 2? Do we need 3? Do we need 4?
enough.
Like they have a sequel. The book has a sequel. It's a nice follow-up. But movie-wise, they're fun, but not necessary.
Did we need a Gus Van Sant remake
That's exactly shot by
Frito.
shot.
with Anne
Frito
Heche
remake.
and Vince Vaughn? Did
It's
we
so
need
horrible.
that?
I started watching it because I was like, oh, maybe they did something different. No,
Vince Vaughn
no,
looks
they
like
didn't. It's bad.
very creepy in it though, which is kind of because it's Vince Vaughn looking that way. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But other than that, that's the
I-
creepiest part of the movie.
Mhm.
It's Vince Vaughn's face.
He does great.
I mean, for what it is.
He does. Yeah, I mean, he's a good actor in the role, but just change it up. Which
Vince Vaughn does not have a lot of range. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna throw that out there like
No.
immediately. He ruined
they-
True Detective season 3 or 2. Which one was it? Because he was just such a bad villain.
I think it was 3.
Yeah. Rachel
Ooh,
McAdams,
what's 3?
the guy from Friday Night Lights, and the Irish dude with the big penis.
Colin
Yeah,
Farrell.
that's right. See, Ronnie knows about the big penis. We're gonna clip that out for the gram.
Number 3. There's no penises in this film, but again, 1 was enough. The Exorcist.
Yeah. There's a crucifix
The-
though. Yeah, that should have
listen.
stopped at the first. You're right.
Again, it's a book. The sequel, The Heretic of the book, is excellent. They did it as a 3rd film. It's a good film, but too late. The first one hits the punch. You fuck it up with the second one. I'm not even bleeping that out. No, you fuck it up with the second
That
one.
anger.
And then you come back with the third one, which is decent, but there's no saving. And then the new one? What are we doing here? You're copying everything everyone has done. Do something different.
Yeah, you're copying what other people have done who are copying what
Hell
you did
yeah.
A
originally.
copy of a copy of a copy. If you watch Multiplicity, you know that you can't do that. I want pizza, Steve. All right, what's your number 2?
Eventually, you get one shaving his tongue.
Puts the pizza in his wallet,
Number-
but has sex with his wife.
You touch my peppy, Steve.
Go see Multiplicity.
Number-
kids. All right.
Multiplicity, so good. 1996, good year. Black Sheep came out
You had
too.
a
Number 2, Kearns' favorite film. 1 was enough. Child's Play.
Yeah, frick that movie, man. It's a good movie.
I-
But when I was a kid, that movie messed me up.
John
John
he gets blown
disagrees.
up at the end of the first one. What do? They recollect his pieces and they put it through the melting to create a new doll to bring him back
Oh
to
yeah,
life.
they went through some
It's
hoops for that.
It's a cool concept, but and the military one,
No, all roads lead to Seed of Chucky. Come on, we gotta stop. We gotta
yes.
stop. This is ridiculous.
I've watched Seed of Chucky multiple
Oh, God,
times and
Ryan.
got a good laugh out of it. It's It's if you watch it as a comedy,
Horror adjacent. Yeah.
it's funny, but Bride of Chunky ends it with the horror, and God, John Ritter's in it, and he doesn't even save it.
It's sacrilegious when you think about it.
I know. I went on my soapbox
That was
tonight.
a good one, though. All right. Good list.
John, do you have any comments? I was just on Child's Play.
It looked like he was
No,
hearing.
I'm gonna let that one go. Although the last two Child's Play movies were
Oh,
really
Colton.
good.
I haven't seen them yet because I was nervous that they still when it's. I mean, you're always gonna have comedy, but I was nervous that I wasn't gonna like it because Seed of Chucky was just a.
No, you should definitely watch I mean, especially if you watched all the ones up to
True.
it, you might as well
Sure,
watch
I
the
gotta see
last
the
two.
series too. That's a whole other thing though. But my number one might cause a little controversy, and I will say, I like number two.
You do love number two.
I like
I like
all
number
the
two
time.
too.
I
You're
like
missing
I like
opportunity on that one, John.
just it's short though, not as long as like the remake
Not a
and stuff.
spoiler?
But one was enough. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, John disagrees. You did this on purpose.
No.
Look at him.
I feel
Twitching.
I feel the first one's a classic. I like the second one. Chop Top's amazing, but he goes more into the comedy with the second one, which I appreciate. But the first one is a great horror film. I mean, you got Leatherface, Next Generation.
Didn't the world Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger in a Texas
Matthew
Chainsaw
McConaughey
movie?
was
You're
Why is your
ridiculous,
Matthew
volume
McConaughey-
so low? He's yelling, but it's like shockingly quiet.
that's how angry he is. It's a quiet yell.
Yeah, it's
I'm just dazed and confused, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
no Texas Chainsaw Matthew McConaughey. It's the best Renee Zellweger
Fair.
has ever been.
Bridget Jones's
You
Diary.
did this on purpose, Jerry Maguire.
I said what I said. I said
still
what
love
I
you, John.
said.
He doesn't love you,
yeah.
though. I think we were establishing that at the moment. Damn.
Oh,
Nope.
I can't wait for part 2. Oh, this is the start of a series right now.
Dear God.
Oh, you wait, sir. You wait until I get a hold of franchises that didn't need to exist. Mr. Scream 2, 3, 4, 7, 8.
That is-
you went to like
That is a great
Multiple-
storyline. They all make sense. All right.
what is
Pop up in
happening with
one.
your audio? Can't hear you.
That's how
You're so
that's how-
angry that your sound isn't working. No, it's worse. It's worse. It's like auto level.
Better.
now?
A little better.
It's
How about
still pretty
now?
bad.
Skeletor.
Now we can hear you when you speak normally. Try it.
I think it just
No,
doesn't
it's
like
lower
me
now
yelling.
though. It is lower. We'll figure it out. Do.
You know what? I'll even accept Halloween. And I love Halloween.
Mess with it a little bit.
I
We
love
definitely
Halloween.
got
I
that
love
now.
Halloween.
We know you love
I love
Halloween. Let's hear
Halloween.
John's top 5 before you backpedal yourself into saying that all these movies should have been franchises.
Well, not franchised, actually.
All right. I went with 5 phone calls that are not as helpful as the ones
This is
in
going to
the
be pretty
book.
good. All right. Let's hear it.
That's a good one.
At number 5 is don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
A Vietnam vet returns home very disturbed and begins to terrorize women and taunt a radio psychologist with the
Nice.
details
Was it
of
Fraser
each
Crane?
murder.
Sideshow Bob. Oh,
It was not Fraser Crane. There are no Cheers
Yeah.
appearances on this list this week. My number 4 is a movie Vinegar Syndrome put out a few years ago. It's called Disconnected. A video store employee named Alicia starts getting ominous, threatening phone calls at work after breaking up with her boyfriend. But police believe it is Franklin, a man suspected in a series of gruesome murders. And this is directed by the same guy that directed Psychos in Love, which I threw on a top
Yep, a
5 a
few
while
episodes
ago.
back.
Same kind of same kind of atmosphere, same kind of idea. Disconnected. Number 3, I actually watched this afternoon to kick off October. It's a franchise that should have sequels, Ryan. It's
Oh, okay.
One Missed Call,
Okay.
the
good
Japanese
one.
one, not
Okay.
the American remake.
Okay. It's like,
We skip American remakes. So in this Takashi Miike movie, people receive terrifying voicemails from their future selves as they are violently killed. The calls include the exact time and date of their
Oh,
deaths.
very Death Note.
Very Death Note.
When did this movie
Mhm.
come out?
Yeah, I think it predates Death Note.
Oh, 3.
That's crazy.
You get touches of the usual Miike chaos, but it's not. It's for him restrained. But it's not, I mean, it's definitely not completely hinged. Number 2 is a classic. Everybody knows a line from this movie without knowing what movie it's from. The movie is When a
I
Stranger
love
Calls.
that movie.
Great movie.
We've traced the call.
Inside
It's
the
coming from
house.
inside the house.
Such a great line.
A psychopathic killer returns after 7 years to torture the same babysitter with phone calls before the police trace the call and find it's coming from inside the house. You have Carol Kane and Charles Durning in this, and it's nice little creepy slice of 70s. Which brings us to number 1. A movie that doesn't have a sequel, but sadly has 2 remakes that get worse each time they remake it. And that's
That's a
Black
great
Christmas.
movie. The first one, not the remakes.
Neither of the remakes. A stranger called the Moaner, or real name Billy, stalks and makes numerous obscene prank calls to sorority girls during Christmas break. Directed by Bob Clark of Porky's and A Christmas Story. Starring Olivia Hussey, Udo Kier,
I think that's where the
and
name
Margot
Margot
came
Kidder.
from.
You hussy. But all right. That was definitely a much
Olivia
less
Hussey.
useful phone call. The creeps. Remember when prank phone calls were like a real thing and
Oh.
not just scams?
Yeah, I used to. Well,
Mhm.
I pranked a couple people
guys
in my time.
You ever get the ones where it's like a secret message by a Chinese operative to you? Have you ever gotten those voicemails? I get them sent me
No.
frequently, like once or
No.
twice a year. It goes like it's quiet, and there's a little static, and then it's like Manchurian candidate messages in Mandarin. And you're like, what the frick was that? And then you go out and you kill your neighbor because it told you to.
I had a buddy call me as Ken Kniff
Well-
once. That was
Right.
funny. That was great.
Prank calls are out of control. But all right, guys, that was.
Oh, before we leave,
I hate
I
you.
know this. Hold on. This is worth it. I know this episode is going to air 2 weeks from the date, or actually a week from the date. And Xenomania would like to shout out a special birthday to Reggie Bannister. His birthday was 2 days ago. He turned 80, and happy birthday, Reggie.
Happy birthday, Reggie. Thanks for the memories. We hope you
Yeah,
get
right.
laid, buddy.
Yeah, we do.
All right, that was
But
worth it,
anyway.
man. I don't hate you anymore.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
Hey, yep.
Be very